Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some RuneScape, shall we? Sydney, good evening, good to see you. Thank you, by the way, Sydney, for that advice about Traveler's Rest last night. I read your post far after you made it. Nick Man, good morning. There's crushed gems on the ground. What an expensive area we find ourselves in. Alright, so tonight we're going to do this quest right here called the Firemaker's Curse, and we need to talk to one of the Firemakers gathered around a cave entrance south of Eagle's Peak. It's 5th age quest, and we need to heal. Combat gear not required. Fair enough. So, I don't know when the game says a way to heal if they just mean food, or I guess you can heal with lunar magic. I'm assuming they just mean food, but I don't really know. So what I'm going to do is, teleport over to Eagle's Peak. Let's see what's going on here. South of Eagle's Peak. Now, if memory serves, the Firemakers are right over here. I feel like I went for another quest a long time ago. I went and talked to these people, and I didn't really know who they were or what they were all about. And now it's time to actually interact with them. There they are. Siloom, good evening, good to see you. They want a big fire. They're going to get a big fire. Alright, let's investigate these people. Cool, Sydney. Yeah, sometimes I don't know what it is, but I'll have a lapse where I just don't see the chat, or I'm like involved in something, and then so many messages happen that I don't see it until I'm scrolling back through, and I'm like, oh boy, oh my god, that man just caught on fire. That Emmett just caught on fire and had to do a stop, drop, and roll. Interesting. Alright, so let's see who we've got here. Sarah, Phoenix, Lina, Twig, Emmett, Flint, and Isis. So some of them have names related to fire, which is kind of funny. Alright, so let's talk to somebody here. Let's see what happens. What's going on here? Ah, friend, welcome. Let me introduce you to my band of traveling firemakers. Traveling firemaker, what does that involve? Well, we're all fire enthusiasts. Oh, they're pyromaniacs. How about that? Hey, Mouse, good evening. Good to see you. We travel and entertain with our fire-making skills. It's very exciting. Sounds exciting. I was in the circus. He's got char marks on his face. So what are you doing here? A just question, my good fellow. We believe that in these very caves lie fire-making secrets, the likes of which you could never imagine. Mr. Krabs, good evening. This knowledge has lain undisturbed for thousands of years, and we're going to retrieve it. Good idea. This seems dangerous. Why put your lives at risk? Personally, says Sarah, I would put anything at risk to increase my knowledge of fire. Okay, that's your problem right there. And I know that's a bit judgmental. Maybe there's nothing wrong with knowledge of fire, but anything is a bold claim. The knowledge could be extremely valuable, historically. It belongs in a museum. Oh, okay. And is our duty to retrieve it. Heathron, good evening. Hermie, good evening. Good to see you. I love that this guy's like, we must preserve this knowledge of fire making that lies down here. How'd you find out about this? It came to me in a dream. This is great. So we've got a cadre of traveling pyromaniacs who had a vision in a dream to unearth a secret of fire making that's been laying dormant, hidden for thousands of years in an incredibly dangerous cave. I like it. I like it. There I was, lying in bed one night, and suddenly I was whisked away to these caves. Yeah, Mouse, it does sound legit. Legit. Hermie, it's that or it's gasoline. Could be napalm. You know, I hope it's not gunpowder. TNT would be bad for us. There was oil and fire everywhere. And then a voice spoke to me, such an empty voice. Fading, good evening, good to see you. So, if you are a pyromaniac and you're having visions of oil and fire and a voice speaking, it might be time to get some professional attention. And I mean in the service of everyone, in the best interest of. You see how close we're in a forest right now. This is a bad place for whatever's about to happen. Lives are at stake, and not just the Firemakers. I'm talking about everyone. Hey, Sir Theodore, good to see you. Mina, good evening, good to see you. Just a normal day for the Firemakers? Okay. Such an empty voice. It whispered to me about lost secrets of fire, while a book and a figure shimmered in and out of view before me in the heat. So you're going to go in this dark, dangerous-looking cave because someone in a dream told you to. So I like when me and the player character are on the same wavelength, and here we are. Yeah, they definitely look responsible. Most of them have like outfits that resemble fire, but some of them have pink. Like the woman, the blonde ponytail woman here, you know, in the center of the screen has kind of like more of a magenta outfit, and then the person in front of them has some kind of purplish stockings and shoes and maybe even sleeves. So, you know, they're not entirely uniform in like the red, orange, brown, gray fire scheme. And I guess Twig has green pants, but still. Yes, ISIS hasn't failed us yet, says Phoenix. We've never. Oh god, that guy caught on fire again. We've never acted on one of her visions before, but I'm confident about this one. Wait a minute. Besides, this is potentially far too important to ignore. Didn't he just say she's never failed us yet, but then in the next breath he says we've never acted on one of her visions before? Well, so she's never failed because you've never acted on it? So this is the first time. All right, what are you waiting for? Okay, Sir Theodore, thank you for the tip. That's right, Mouse, right? They were 0 for 0, so she was just amazing. What are you waiting for? We're scared. We don't know what could be down there. We're firemakers, not adventurers. Okay, so they do have a little bit of reason to them. I like this. All right, there's a little bit of caution. Will you protect us? He does, Siloom. At least he knows stop, drop, and roll. Yeah, I'll protect you. I can't wait to be your escorts. Of course. Whoa, look at this view. That's pretty wild. Count yourself as the newest member of our fire-making group. I'd recommend you get to know the group well. I hope I can. Yeah, I have some fire-making stuff on my tool belt, I suppose. All right, let's talk to Isis. Hi. So you're the one with the vision. Yeah, it's me. Who do you think spoke to you? If I were to guess, It was a male voice, but I'm not sure. I just remember it being so emotionless, so empty. Yeah, you're right, Sir Theodore. We don't fit in. Although we kind of look like charcoal, Sir Theodore, you know, so we could be the charred remains of a fire. And I do have smoke coming out of my staff. They definitely did mean burn cream, and I don't have it. I always like when you get a quest that's written by somebody, you know, some dev, some quest maker who loves semicolons. Like, you'll get one every once in a while where this person uses semicolons all the time. It's nice to see. Weren't you scared? Oh, no. It was a very commanding voice, but not unkind. Oh, wait. No, I want to ask her about the other question. Do you often have visions? Not too often. Only once a week or so. Oh, boy. My parents always said the spirits favored my brother. Wow. That's all, thanks. Okay. Flint, what can I do for you? Just trying to get to know you all better before I come with you. Ah, well, I'm not sure there's much I could tell you about myself. Biscuit, good evening, my friend. It is. I hope it's Febreze. That would make everybody's day better if it really smelled nice. Yeah, it's vaping. It's, these are barbecued ribs flavored vapes. Hey, Crispy, good evening. Good to see you. Oh, okay, Sir Theodore. Maybe it has spoilers in it. Thank you for the tip. I'm getting boring in my old age. You don't look old. That's very kind of you to say, but I sure feel it around this lot. That would be nice, Hermie. I mean, it is a staff of limitless air. Air helps fires, but a lot of it, in a strong gust, I guess could put it out. Ah, the great outdoors. Isn't it wonderful? Oh my god, he's on fire again. Right when I'm talking to him, too. That's all he has to say. I catch on fire. What's your name? Oh dear. What's wrong? It's Twig. Sorry, I'm still getting used to it. It's a nickname I just chose just before coming out here. It's meant to signify a new, braver, more adventurous me. And you chose Twig. In hindsight, it probably wasn't the most suitable name for a firemaker. Well, twigs are important. They start the fire. You know what, Nick, man, I think the exact same thing as well. And I don't know if you could tell, but when I even spoke that line, I was channeling the Dryad. I mean, the enthusiasm in Warcraft 3 with which the Dryad says, ah, the great outdoors is so infectious. When you're just like, yeah, you're right, the great outdoors. I will, Hermie. I need to. I don't think I have those other items, but who knows what's in this cave. Hey, Mather, good evening. Good to see you. Will you just hurry up and let us get on with it? What's the rush? I got things to do. The sooner I get those secrets, the better. Are you ready to go? No, I'd like to know a bit more about you first. Well, the others wouldn't admit to it, but I'm the natural leader of the group. They're all wonderful individuals, but they need someone to follow, to keep them focused and on the right track. I see. So you ready to go now? No, I gotta talk to the other guy. Or lady, Lina. Hi. Oh my gosh. So are you a real adventurer? Where have you been? What kind of people have you met? She's shocked. I don't think I have time to tell you all that now. I'm just so glad you're here to look after us. Now let's just not get ahead of ourselves. I'm here. Hey, Brad. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. All right, let's go in. Alex, good evening. Good to see you. We're going to go. I'm ready. Oh my god, we're in. Oh, there's fire everywhere. Ah, the wonderful smell of gas and oil. All right, firemakers, calm down. Come, brave adventurer, secure the room. It looks quite secure to me. Well, let's move on then. All right, let me zoom out. Okay, so nothing on the mini-map. Nothing to examine. Let's just kind of walk here. Is this pattern important? I don't know. Dr. Incompetent, if you're going to be making fires, you should take this. It's something I invented for places lacking in wood. It's a pitch can. You can light the pitch directly, meaning you don't need logs, but the fires are much hotter than usual. Semicolon. You won't be able to jump over them like wood fires. Oh. So it's a puzzle where I gotta back myself into a corner or out of a corner. Flint gives you his pitch can. You can use this to light fires in front of you, or alternatively, to light fires on your location. Thanks. Totally normal fire cave. No, I think my clothing, Hermie, is all made by Krusty the Clown tailors and is extremely flammable. Let's see. Alright, we'll go over here. Poking around. Putzing around. Alright, I should just talk to him. I don't really know what to do. I don't see anything just yet. There's nowhere to go. It's just a cave. But there must be. I walked through countless caverns in my dream. What about those fires? Yes, fires created by a terrible monster. Exactly, Hermie. Who doesn't like lighting fires on their location, especially fires that you can't jump over on your location? A monster. There is clearly no monster here. Those are just oil fires. They seem to be arranged in some kind of symbol, but some have gone out. Oh, okay. Of course, I was just testing your nerve. Dr. Incompetent, you must be able to work this out. Okay, great. Yeah, I could do it. So you must have a personal reason for wanting all this knowledge. Yeah, we all have our reasons. Personally, I'd like to see it properly preserved rather than lost to the ages. I'm just excited to be on my first adventure. Speak for yourselves. Put the knowledge in a museum and just let it rot there. What a waste. Oh, that's awesome, Alex. Cool. So, I think one artifact I've noticed of the new chat boxes and chat heads is that the right eye is normal. I guess it's flipped because their right eye is actually transparent. So it creates this, like, scary effect where, you know, the white of the eye is actually the same color as the chat box. It's scary. Okay, anyway. It could get me back into the circus. I'm just so curious about what could be down here. Unless it's spiders. Spiders? Born in Lumbridge and never left. I'm hoping this experience will extend my skills and give me some courage. Hey, Matt, what's up, my friend? Good evening. Good to see you. You know what, Matt? That's a good question. I actually don't ever play enough to completely use my double experience timer, so I don't bother pausing it. It's the smart play. It doesn't affect me, so I don't usually mess with it. What do you think of the fires? They look like a pattern. Some kind of arrow, perhaps? Come on, Dr. Incompetent. I'm sure you can do it. You must be so clever to have had all your adventures. Okay, fine. Let's look at it. Yeah, it does look like kind of an arrow. You know, the first thing I was going to make would be like the symbol on the fire cave itself, but it doesn't look like that's this. So let me just go here. It does look like that too. and make a fire. So when I make the fire, I'm standing in it, and it's not hurting me. So that's interesting. Here, I'm going to put this down here. Actually, I'm going to give this a hotkey. Replace my banana. Oh, now wait a minute. Why didn't it... Yeah, it's weird, Hermie. Why didn't it make it where I'm standing? Did I do something wrong? Sydney, I know, right? There better not be a comet tonight. Oh, okay. It's a shadow, Sir Theodore. It's not transparent. I see. All right, let me try this again. No, he won't cast it. Oh, make fire here. Well, what's funny is... Okay, I see what you mean. I swear when I did it before, it did it on my location. I did it. Oh my god. What was that? Wait, why aren't you moving away from the door? Dr. Incompetent, save us. One of the team stayed up there. It was Sarah, the scary one, right? What happened to the lights? Monster. It's come to kill us all. Save yourselves. Everyone calm down. Semicolon. It's just a cave-in. We need to get some light in here. Yes, isn't that so right? Sir Theodore, it only can end well. Hey, Jessica. Good evening. Thanks so much for watching. So glad you're enjoying the content for RuneScape. Yep, we still have so many more quests to work through, and I've been enjoying it. This quest is hilarious so far. 300 is impressive. You've probably met already then by proxy most of the people who are in the chat right now through those videos. It's funny, Alex. It's because, like I always tell my students, semicolons are good to use. They have a purpose, but generally you don't want to overdo them. Now, people in the turn of the century, the 20th century, certainly did. If you were writing in World War I, that era, people were using semicolons all over the place. They kind of fell off, but some people just love them, and they use them all over. It's awesome. You know what, Hermie? It's that blind lady from Dark Souls or whatever who lights all the candles. She's got a job in many games. We need to get some light in here. Dr. Incompetent, find something to light. So, that's it. First of all, I think it's hilarious that this guy is asking, like, they're firemakers, and they're asking me to light something. They should be on this, but I'll do it. I see some logs right in front of me. But also, yes, Hermie, those torches in Terraria are amazing. And in Starbound, too. So, Alex, the easiest way to think of a semicolon is just if you want to connect two independent clauses that you would normally break apart with a period, but you simply want to show more intimacy with the clauses. Like you want to show more of a connection than a period does, because a period makes them really distinct, and you want to kind of make your sentences merge a little bit. So use the semicolon to show more of a connection than a period. That's the main application for a semicolon. You also use them in constructions with a conjunctive adverb, like therefore, however, if you want to do that. And you can use them to separate lists where you're using a bunch of commas to make things tidier than using only commas. Anyway, you should. It's impressive. I always feel the same way, Nick Man, that like correct semicolon use, it's a bit of like, like the Olay, like the Matador, like with a flourish. It's like a flourish. Oh, man. Crispy, I'm pumped for the next Subnautica, my friend. Jamduska, good evening. The colonoscopy is a very thorough procedure. What's actually funny, Alex, is I tell my students that as well, that you don't ever actually have to use a semicolon. The semicolon is kind of a curious piece of punctuation where, for the most part, you could just use a period and be fine. And you're never wrong technically to do so. It's just if you really want to connect those clauses. And like I said, do things with a little panache. All right, let's light the fire pit. Now that's true, right, Mather? It's so funny how semicolons in programming are crucial to end the line. Take care, Jessica. Thanks for saying hi. You'll be caught up in no time. We're trapped. Trapped. Doomed. We should have been far more prepared before coming here. There must be something you can do, Dr. Incompetent. Can you find something to help us? I really wish I could have a chat with all these firemakers. Like, first of all, guys and gals, this is just Adventuring 101. I get trapped in caves all the time. You guys are in your, wheelhouse when you're making fires. This is my playground. It's a cave that I'm trapped in. I got this. That would be funny. Teleport out. Oh, okay. I thought maybe I could talk to them. They're just going to do the same dialogue. That's fine. Let's look around. There's a Firemaking Journal, Chapter 1. This seems great. And there's that symbol. I did try to talk to them, but they just opened up into the dialogue that they did before, so I don't know if it's the same. Yeah, it looks like it's not any different. So I'm going to go ahead and just read the book. Or, this must be one of the journals containing the knowledge we're searching for. What luck. Yes, luck. Definitely luck. Held in these caves for thousands of years. It is lucky that this, paper-bound journal surrounded by fire has survived. What secrets it could hold? What? Are you going to take it or not? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly trust myself with it. Dr. Incompetent, you must look after it until we can find our way out of here. Fine. I need one, Hermie. Okay. I also have to just take a moment to address what Hermie is mentioning with the reference to Raiders of the Lost Ark and the opening sequence in the temple with the golden statue. I never understood how, by getting the weight wrong, the pedestal depressed. I always assumed that the sand would not weigh as much as a solid gold statue, so he didn't make it weigh enough. But maybe he made it weigh too much? I don't know. It's an amazing mechanism. He didn't take out enough sand. Although, if you guys remember in Raiders of the Lost Ark, when he's like, Harrison Ford has the sand in his hand and he's just like looking at the statue, trying to guesstimate its weight, and he's letting the sand like fall through his fingers. What an unbelievable, moment of cinematography that is. And I like to imagine that my students think, like, when I'm grading their paper, it's the same thing. I'm like looking at their paper and grading it, and I've got the sand, and like, I'm thinking about what grade should I give this, and I just, if the paper is not so good, more and more sand like slips out of my fingers. It's pretty much my process. It's a sand rubric that I use. So instead of a letter grade, students just get a bag of sand, and depending on how much sand, well, I'll let you figure out the rest. Oh yeah, Hermie. Proper semicolon use is an impressive maneuver. You either get crushed by a giant ball, hit by a spear trap. That's another one. I don't understand how that trap is triggered by light. That's an amazing piece of technology as well. But that can be in play. Or, what are the indigenous people called? Hositas, or anyway, poison dart. That's a good one too. What do you think that was? Oh God. If it was ancient magic, just tip your hat. Zamorak? Uh-oh, I didn't think we were going in this direction. So who is this lady with the amazing head arrangement here? A very pale skin situation. Hey, Crab, good evening. Good to see you. It could be an alien. It could be a albino demon. I don't know. The 3 kind of vertical slash marks on the forehead and the... I don't want to be presumptuous, but call these horns or antenna. There's a lot going on here. Do not hide from me, coward. You have made a mistake coming back here. Uh-oh. What is this? Who are you? Foul spirit, we are ferocious firemakers. Be gone from this place. Firemakers? What? What have you done? I can no longer sense my god. Zamorak's plan, he must have succeeded. Yeah, see, now this is getting complicated. So is she a servant of Zeros? She was against Zamorak, which, that seems like par for the course. Zamorak's against a lot, and I did nothing to stop it. Who are you? You, Firemaker, you dare to speak to me? You were speaking to me, like I was worthy of receiving your words. Puny beast, what gives you the right to be here, to awake me to my loss? I had expected, well, it does not matter now. You could still be of use. Let's play a little game. Oh, this got worse. This just got worse. Quickly, relight the fire. Okay, I will. Oh, somebody's dead on the ground right there. I don't see the fire. Here. I've got it. Oh, she's back. I didn't think she made it. Phoenix, the leader of the group, is dead. It must have been that spirit. But she wasn't in the room. How could she have done it? Through me. I couldn't stop it. She was in my head. I could feel her. Her name is Char. Okay. So, there's a few things I want to say. Number one, was it my imagination, or was somebody left behind when we fell down? I thought it was Sarah who... Or was that Isis? No, Isis is right there. Maybe it looked like somebody got left behind up top and everybody came down. And then all of a sudden now I feel like I'm in a whodunit murder mystery. But now we know the name is Char and Emmett is accepting some kind of responsibility. There did seem to be a figure in the doorway, didn't there? One of our group, or maybe it was somebody else. Hey, Happy Culture, good evening, good to see you. And there was a blip on the minimap too. Thank you, Mather. It really does seem to be suspicious. But Sarah is now talking now that this guy's dead, but I didn't see her talk before. But then again, I didn't really do a good roundup of who was here. I should have been more observant. I couldn't fight her, and I've taken a life. How does it feel, intruders, to be betrayed by your own friend? He didn't betray us. You killed Phoenix. By his hand, couldn't he have resisted me if he had tried harder? Was there a part of him that wanted to taste blood? Oh, it's in all of you. I can see it. Okay. That's an interesting moral question, you know. If you are capable of possession of others, and you possess someone and make them kill someone, is it fair play to call into question and say it's actually their fault because they didn't resist the possession? That seems a bit of a stretch. But at first I was like, yeah, she's against Zamorak, so she's definitely good. But now that's all, you know, pretty much in the crapper. Hermie, you're right about that. It's not, right? That millennia-old ethic hasn't aged well. Char. You will learn my pain, semicolon, what it is to be betrayed. Good one, Silum. I should tell her that. See how many people die if we say that little pun. What do you want from us? I'm just having a little fun. It's not like I have anything else now. Now, if this is a game, it's only fair that I explain the rules. I will allow you to pass through my caves, but you have seen what I can do. I have taken the mind of another of your party. At the next camp, you may discover that another life is lost. However, I will give you a chance. If you can identify who is possessed, you can avoid any death. Oh man, did I get enough background information? Enjoy yourselves. Well, I have some information. Dr. Incompetent, what should we do? I don't know about you. This is what Sir Theodore said, but I'm teleporting out of here so funny. Boy, this looks terrible. Well, good luck with this one, guys. I'm out. We must continue through the caves. I agree. Char has taken the life of one of our group. We need to reach her and make her pay. Char said she had taken control of another of our group. It could be any of us. We should keep an eye out for any abnormal behavior. Dr. Incompetent, Char seemed to speak to you directly, so it's unlikely you are possessed. You should watch out for any of us acting unusually. Okay. So, here's the deal. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the vampire quest that I did before, where, you know, you had to know their backstory and their motivation to open the blood locks or whatever. Very similar pattern to, like, we needed to get their animation, you know, their motivating ethos for why they're in the Firemakers, so that we can now detect if there's anything strange. Are you okay? I'm just so shocked. Okay, that's 100% up her alley. Phoenix was so kind to me. I can't believe he's gone. We should never have come here. We're all in terrible danger. Dr. Incompetent, if something should happen to me, promise me you will look after Lena. Why Lena? I care for her as my daughter. I found her when she was a tiny baby, all alone in the plains. Ceridoma knows how she had survived. I raised her as my own child. I couldn't bear it if anything were to happen to her. Okay. So this guy's invoking Ceridoma, and that seems pretty good for the anti-possession route. I don't care who this Char is. She has no right to play with our lives like this. At least the journals weren't made up, semicolon. I might go back with something over Ignatius. Who's Ignatius? Ignatius Vulcan, of course, supposedly the greatest firemaker of our age, although the fact that you haven't heard of him cheers me up a bit. I'll be sure to tell him. Why do you care about him so much? I'm fed up of him acting as if he's the only person who knows how to make a decent fire. He was my mentor, you see. When I met him, I hadn't made a fire in my life. He taught me all the skills he knows, but he reacted badly when I experimented by myself and discovered a thing or two that even the great Ignatius Vulcan hadn't mastered. I owe the basis of my knowledge to him, but I've made it my life's goal to create a fire greater than his. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Alex, it's going to happen all night. Every single time, Alex. So Ignatius is the 99 Firemaker? That's awesome. So my question was, or twofold. Number one, is Ignatius the barbarian guy? But probably not. But if I use the barbarian firemaking techniques, I think I learned some of those, right? Will I blow these people's minds, or they already got those down? Have we considered that Emmett might be lying? Semicolon. Did he kill Phoenix himself? Oh, this guy's possessed. He's not stuttering. Twig, how could you say that? I'm just saying. What's to say it wasn't him? Emmett would never do that. He's as soft as a kitten. Nah, Twig's been had. No stutter. Wait, I can't talk to Isis? Nah, Twig takes it over. Oh, because they're in a conversation. Alright, what if she's right? What if I could have fought harder? There's nothing you could do. Thank you, Dr. Incompetent, but it's of little comfort. I don't think he's the reincarnated kind. Oh, man, that's a rough examine. I was going to say, he's Phoenix, right? He can rise from the ashes. Not this time. I know, wouldn't that be even worse, Hermie? I gotta tell you what, Crispy. So you're a mustard sauerkraut man on your hot dogs? Alright, let's see here. I guess on to the next room. Yeah, let's go. Oh, this seems like the only way out. Wait, maybe that's not the right way. Maybe I should go this way. An exit blocked by a barrier. I can climb out. It's no good. You might be able to get up there, but we're nowhere near as agile. Oh, okay. If you leave, you must return or we'll all be stuck here. Oh, okay. Alright, not the right way. It really is what he would have wanted. And wait a minute, didn't he say he killed him by his hand? How did he kill him? Strangle him? What do you think's down there? Could be anything. They have a point. We don't know what Char has in store for us, but we're certainly unprepared. Char said there was going to be another camp like this. Dr. Incompetent, scout ahead, semicolon, will join you when you discover it. Okay. That's an impressive collection there. of condiments. I love it. All right, we got a symbol. Hey, I haven't tried it yet. It sounds pretty good, Mather. Add to the small rock pile. I don't have any rocks to add. Ouch. Alright, well, let's see. What is this shape supposed to look like? Oh, you're right. It is an S, isn't it? Or maybe not. Or the number 8. Or, no. What am I going to make here? Oh, it's right. I never read the journal. Thank you. Char's Journals. Firemaker's Guide. Oh, that's why she was so indignant that they called themselves Firemakers. Arrow. Uh-huh. Unknown. Oh, okay. It's kind of like a paw print. These are the symbols that she had on her forehead. No, I immediately went to S, Hermie. I was like, she solved it. No, okay. We got it. So we're going to stand here and do this. Here. Here. All right. I may not have all my powers back yet, but as you have seen, I could still take the energy from any fires you create. Let's see if you can get to the exit in time. You and your little friends may find it a bit painful in the dark. What do you mean? What I did? I fell? Hey! Oh, wait a minute. What's going on? Oh, I had a rock. I didn't realize I had one. Okay. Watch the shadows, indeed. Oh, I completed the rock pile. Okay. Do I have to go back and tell them? Alright, here we go. They made it. This must be the camp Char was talking about. That means someone's going to die. Not necessarily, Lina. No one else here is going to die down here. The next cavern is blocked, semicolon. It looks like we need to retrieve that journal to move on. Alright, let me talk. Okay, no, the same conversation. I got it. You collect the second journal. Do not mistake reaching this camp for any kind of achievement. I knew my powers would be lost when I awoke, but they will return as you retrieve more of my journals. These are your journals? Of course. Who else's would they be? Yeah, it's kind of a dumb question. It said Char on them. Who else would have the knowledge to write them, save for myself? Sorry, who are you? I knew it. I knew she worked for Zeros. You do not know me. Char, full colon, the most talented fire enchantress of Zeros' army. So, I don't know. Like, if there was any holdout as to the moral spectrum of Zeros, I guess one bad apple doesn't spoil the bunch. But if Char is affiliated with Zeros and then mind controls another person to murder another one, that doesn't seem very good, you know, as the whole morality spectrum goes. But then again, maybe she's acting on her own and Zeros wouldn't approve. I don't know. I know, Hermie, that would be hilarious. Wait, what'd you say your name was? Yeah, exactly, Alex, as a game. Because they need a little bit of, quote, entertainment, they murder people. Swaths of enemies would flee at the mere whisper of my name, and you stand before me asking who I am. Did you say Zeros? Mortal, you are not worthy to speak his name. But you did mention him. Of course, semicolon, he's my god. I would follow him to the end of my life, but I have done even better by evading death for him. How did you evade death? I wrote these journals and enchanted them with ancient Zerosian magic when I knew I was dying. I was kept alive through them all the years, waiting for Zeros to come for me. Oh, it's a Tom Riddle situation. I like it. That's a good question, Crispy. I mean, if fruit flies, no fruit, right? I'd say the outside of the grapefruit protects it. Were you close to Zeros? I was as close as you can be to someone like him. Is someone the right word here? But you are wasting my time. As part of the enchantment process, I have written my life into these journals, if you're so interested in it. What happened to you? Many centuries ago, I was wronged by my own ally, Zemarak. But you distract me. I need to regain my strength. True to my word, you may guess whose mind I have possessed. When you have chosen, tie them to one of these pillars, and they will not be able to harm anyone. How should we know who's possessed? It sounds like we need to establish who might not be themselves. Dr. Incompetent Char seems to speak to you directly, so I doubt she would possess you. Therefore, you will need to find out who it is. All right. Not this time, Alex. You've drawn the punctuation observer out of his cave. Nothing is safe. How do you feel? I'm very afraid, Dr. Incompetent, but I'm much better with the fire going. Who do you think's possessed? I couldn't choose anyone. Besides, your judgment must be so much better than mine. Okay. Isis, how do you feel? Oh, same old. Who do you think's possessed? Someone's possessed? By what? Char. Oh, yeah, of course. Where are they? I was possessed once, many years ago. I'm sure I could sort them out with some of my exercises. Never mind. She's fine. How do you feel, Flint? I feel like I'm too old for this. Okay, that's correct. He said that before. I was going to stay at home, you know, let Lena come by herself, but I thought she was too young and it could be dangerous. Thanks, Sarah Doman, I changed my mind. All right, he's on it. How do you feel? Fed up. I've missed hours and hours of training because of this. I better have something to show for it, or Ignatius will never let me live it down. Okay, who do you think's possessed? I have no idea. I'm afraid I wasn't paying attention, semicolon. I was considering the best combination of logs to use to create my next masterpiece. Okay. Twig, how do you feel? Uneasy, Dr. Incompetent. I still can't believe everyone's trusting Emmett so readily. If you ask me, he's always had it in him. Alright, he's Who do you think's possessed? Well, it was Emmett last time. How do we even know he was possessed? Alright, you're the worst. Emmett, how do you feel? Why do you want to know? Why is everyone looking at me? Who do you think's possessed? If you asked me, Twig's acting strangely. I would have thought he'd be crying in a corner by now. And he keeps looking at me. That's all, thanks. Alright. So, honestly, from all the dialogue options, it feels like Twig is the bad one. So, how do I tie him up? Where's the pillar? There's a pillar. That pillar? Oh, okay. Tie her up to Firemaker on this one. Twig. Wait. Flint, Lena, Twig, Emmett, Isis, Sarah. Okay. Twig. Are you sure it's me? Yep. Let's hope you know what you're doing for your friend's sake. Congratulations. Getting to the next camp will not be so easy. Each journal you collect returns more of my powers, so you may find the next cavern a little fiery. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I know, the nobody option was scary, but Twig was not stuttering, and they really emphasized that. And remember to watch your back. So, what do you think Char would do if I just threw her journals in the fire? Like, are they fireproof? It says right here, Char's journals, and your character, the player character was like, those are your journals? A moment of supreme intelligence. But it is funny to just keep asking her who she is. I pour my life into these books to hold my power so that it may be restored by those who seek to find me. May they be loyal allies or suffer my scorn. The Char mark. I was born in a traveling settlement in the desert. Okay, I know. It was a little more than a village, by the name of Alspa. My parents were farmers, and I spent my early childhood helping them tend to the livestock. However, the highlight of each year was our festival. It was a celebration of life and freedom, and it's where all the young Alspa learned their skills of the elders. The festival lasted a week. Each year, it was passed so quickly, but I always remember the delights it held. My father and the other men raising great burning beasts from the bonfire, sending them stampeding across the desert to simmer away, or my mother and the other women of Alspa dancing, with flames twirling around their bodies like the lightest of robes. For the rest of those years, I relentlessly plagued my parents to teach me their skills, and I spent every spare minute practicing, so I could hope to be in the next festival. So, we did. It's awesome. I'm telling you, there's a few of them like that, Nick, man. I'd have to go back to them. But I would say there's a handful throughout the quest that I've done where somebody just is on it with the semicolon. Loves it. Now, this is the Fire Festival. That's right. It's a big twist. The one guy was in the circus. She wants to be in the festival. When I was still young, my village was destroyed by raiders. My parents led the defense, but we were a peaceful community, They had not trained their powers for fighting and were easily overwhelmed. I tried to help them, conjuring pathetic sparks that singed the raiders' trousers, but it was no use. I saw my parents come to bloody deaths before my eyes, falling among the villagers, littering the ground. As the carnage continued, I was knocked unconscious. Some might call it a stroke of luck, as the raiders left me, assuming I was dead, but when I awoke in the aftermath, I wished they had taken me too. My saviors found me a week later, starving and dehydrated. Benedict, who spotted me in the desert, always said how amazed he was that I survived. They took me in and raised me as if I was their own, and I grew up to be a strong follower of the god Zeros. I found work as a dancer, and my talents did not go unnoticed. Word of my performances spread, and I eventually caught the eye of Zeros himself. In his own way, he enlisted me into his forces, keen to use my skills for more than just entertainment. I was keen for revenge against those who had wronged me as a child, and I quickly showed prowess in battle. Then came a day I will never forget. I guess there's no more. That's all I've got. Let me look at this book again. We got new marks. Boulder. That's what we saw there. Unknown is this kind of upside down home plate with a concentric home plate on the inside. Alright, sure. Okay, I talked to him. She was in my head. She was so furious, but such grief. I felt so alone. It's okay, Twig, it's over now. Look on the bright side, At least you didn't kill anyone. We just need to be on our guard for next time. Yes, it makes more sense when you think of falling boulder. It does make sense. It's the 3 lines to animate that it's falling. It's quite ingenious. Now, let me think of something. I'm going to talk to all of them because in the previous situation, one of them, Twig, already revealed himself in the, post-murder conversation. Okay, I can't talk to him. To Isis in this one. Okay, I can't talk to any of them. He keeps interrupting. I like how you go to talk to one of these people and Twig just talks. Like, dude, I am not talking to you. I'm trying to talk to... No, Twig. I'm not talking to you. He's... Nope. Okay. Time for the next one. No problem. Oh god, big problem. We've got 2 different colors of fire. I know. Okay, so we know what the symbol is that we need to make. Let me test something. Can I walk through the fire? Yeah, it doesn't hurt me. So I'll just do the red and then the yellow. Let me just look at it one more time. Now, I don't know if these gaps are just like an artifact of the stamping or I should actually leave that not lit. In the previous one, I did need to light it, so I'll just kind of connect them. To be honest, I'm glad that you can walk through it. It would be so much more difficult if you couldn't. I wouldn't get too comfortable. So here's a question I had. Do you think that Char looked like this always? Like when she was a little kid and she was hoping to get chosen at the festival, and then she became some kind of exotic dancer, and then she became the enchantress. Like, was she always this, or is this like the afterlife Char that lives on in the books looks like this? I'm ready for houses. I wouldn't get too comfortable. Okay. I got too comfortable. I didn't think it was going to come back like that. All right, wait a minute. She was. Heath Run. They didn't have orthodontia back then, you know? On release, you couldn't walk through. I'm so grateful that they made it easy for me. As you can see, I have regained my power to create fire. I think this fire was already here, and you're taking credit for some magma. You'll want to light the fire pits around the room. It's about to get very dark in here. Okay. I can't reach it. Aw, man, that's a ripoff. Yeah, it's getting too dark. I picked the wrong direction. Hopefully I can at least get one of these things lit. Oh, wow. Okay, now I made it so I can get back over there to that fire pit. Alright, go. Straight across. That's true, Hermie. I could have, right? I'm very strong. Am I just... Like, I guess there's lava splashing. Is that what's hitting me? Sometimes I just take damage and I'm not really sure what's going on. It's not altogether pleasant. I'm going to die. Oh, there's fire... I don't know. Okay, thank you. I had to teleport out. I got no fire. I gotta heal up. It's painful. They're gonna be so glad to see me. So there were fire pits that I should have been lighting. Okay. I was so concentrating on like getting a zoomed out view so I could jump that I didn't pay attention to the fact that there were fire pits. I thought I saw one in the animation, but then I just kind of thought, no, maybe it's not that. What are these like subsidiary char marks? One by each switch, thank you. Okay. No, I was too zoomed out. I was also like trying to go as fast as possible. It was a mistake. All right. Okay. Hi, everybody. Oh, I gotta do it all over again, huh? Well, that's alright. Could have been worse. Oh no, I gotta get the thing again. I don't have the pitch. I know. Nick, man, you go far out. It's your RTS background. I need the flint. I need the flint. I like how his name is Flint, and he's like, I got a fire starter for you. Okay, I know what it's going to be. It's a can of pitch. Oh, you threw me that. Threw me off with that. What in God's name happened here? I'm going to go back out. I'm going to see if I get a better roll than that. That was terrible. Okay, that's much better. That previous one was like 90% of it was missing. I don't think so. I know. I wonder if I should just keep going back out and coming in to see if it'll randomly solve it for me. Mm-hmm. Come on. I'm comfortable. I know. Well, if I saw that, Nick, man, I would have just teleported back out and come back in again. Got the pitch can, then... Oh, that time it was only one pass. I'll take it. Oh, the little ledge is there. Okay. That's nice. Do you need to light all the fires? Or can I just press on? It just probably just buys you more time, right? Oh god, I made a mockery of that one. Hey, Skater Man, what's up, my friend? Thank you for subscribing. Alright, let's zoom in. What do we got? I got one over there. On the other side of the death wall. Okay. That happened. Okay. Go. Oh god, I didn't make it. Go. Oh god. Well, at least they didn't kill me outright. There's a little bit of hitch in the giddy up when you're trying to do that, trust me. if you start to see that stone move, there ain't nothing you're gonna do. I'm on fire. Well, I missed the button back there. Should I push this guy again? Oh yeah, now I can go forward, I see. Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead. Alright, alright. Oh no! Oh, fiddle-dee-dee. Back at the beginning, huh? Oh, woe is me. Jump, man, jump. Jump. Crumbling walkways are classic. Yeah, you definitely gotta hot foot it. My foot's very hot. Alright, the fire is going above me, by golly. Looks like there's a side passage. So I'll go that way. Watch out for the crumbles. Don't let it get you. Alright, we made it. What I like is that Wench was banned, but not this bot. Okay. Alright, we got it. We got the robot. Number 1 bot. Alright, let's talk to peeps. We're never gonna make it out alive. Come on, Twig. We've made it this far. All I can say is Char is turning out to be quite a woman. Did you see all the fire in there? Why are you all interested all of a sudden? Emmett, she's trying to kill us. Come on, we need to get the next journal. I like this Char. I bet she's a good dancer. Now that you mention it, she has a background in dancing. Oh, he's the only one that'll talk. Okay, for now. You collect the 3rd journal. Oh, she's turning back into whatever this is. Well, I don't know about that, Hermie. It just means that she's, you know, good at dancing. She is hot because of fires, though. She's growing in power. It seems you are more capable than I assumed. Will you tell us what happened to you now? Well, I suppose you've gotten this far. Many thousands of years ago, I was a general in Zeros' army. Zeros believes Seren was planning something in her crystalline city far away from his empire. So he sent out a scouting party. Saren is the elf god, is that right? This had to go undiscovered, so Zeros only sent a small group of trusted followers. I am not one to question my god, but I disagreed with his choice from the start. He chose me, of course, but the rest of the party was made up of General Zamorak and selected members of Zamorak's ranks. Zamorak. Oh, so you've heard of him, but not me? You kind of... I don't want to use the phrase erased from the history books, or even footnote to history. No one knows who you are. He's, Majorat. Well, he was a Majorat, but he's a god now. A god? He managed it. My failure is beyond imagination. Zero's gone, and Zamorak a god? It does not bear thinking about. Can we tell her that Zeros isn't entirely gone, that we've spoken to Zeros, that Majorat that wears all red, when in human form, has communed using a special radio device that talks to the dimension where Zeros has been transported? Should we pass on that intel? Zamorak is no true god. He's a Majorat rat, semicolon. A coward. Yeah, that's right, Azzy. I never trusted him, or his Majorat brethren, but I could not question my god Zeros. What happened on the mission? Zamorak planned it from the start. He knew I suspected him, so he needed to get me away from Zeros. Out here in the wilds, I cannot speak of it. Enough. I'm already feeling stronger, semicolon. The faster I regain my power, the sooner I can take my revenge. The Firemaker I have possessed will kill again, unless you could choose the one I have taken. I hope you've been studying your friends closely. Alex, thank you, my friend, for your Prime sub there. 20 months. Unbelievable. A running riot of subscription. Alright, let's investigate these people. Lena. How'd you get into firemaking? It's a silly story. Flint raised me, so I was always interested in fire. I don't know if Flint's like I took her in as a daughter, and I did what I do. Make and study fire. It's a totally normal thing. So I taught my daughter, when she was 3, how to build and make a fire. The first fire I made was, a 10. Okay, so 10 is reasonable, semicolon. I took one of his inventions that made sparks. I used it outside the house and threw a spark onto a poor chicken. You know what? I hope I'm not possessed. That'd be something else. Tie myself to the pillar. The chicken was fine, just a bit singed. Who do you think's possessed? I couldn't possibly say. Emmett's acting strangely, but he always does. Okay, yeah. Good point, Hermie. The semicolons could be the tip-off. How did you get into firemaking? Oh, I got my calling. Your what? I never used to be a firemaker. Then one day I came home to find my house had burned down. That's when I knew. Weren't you upset? Of course not. Okay. How'd you get into firemaking? Have you been talking to Lena? Not about you, why? I do apologize, Dr. Incompetent. My younger years are not pleasant memories for me, semicolon. I prefer not to talk about them. Interesting. I'm going to talk to them before I ask who's possessed. How'd you get into firemaking? Oh, I've been fire making since I was a child, semicolon. It just comes naturally to some people. No, it's her. It doesn't come naturally. She had to be trained. She studied. Who do you think's possessed? Well, it's been Emmett and Twig so far. Perhaps Char doesn't possess girls? Gotta go. How'd you get into fire making? Oh, I've been petrified of everything since I was a child. And you thought fire making was a good career choice for that? No, my parents thought it might cure me of my fears. Exposure therapy. I gotta go. How'd you get into fire making? Let me tell you about my younger days. I was an entertainer at Balzar Beauregard's Big Top Bonanza. The greatest show on earth, and I was the star. Why haven't I heard of you then? Ah, well, my life at the circus was not meant to last. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I really like fire. There was an incident, things were burnt. Let's say no more. Everyone and everything at the circus. I'm the only survivor. So I ended up here. Okay. Alright, talk to Sarah again. So I think it's Sarah. But I could be wrong. It could be nobody. Who do you think's possessed? Yes, Sarah's being unusually friendly. She is, and she hasn't mentioned Ignatius once at this camp. Yes, there we go, there we go. Who's possessed? She says, I get not getting a feeling about anyone. I'm afraid I can't help. Okay. Interesting. Well, this is a little bit more complicated. No, my inclination says it's Sarah. Are you sure it's me? Yep. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Very well. Correct again. I see you know you friends well. Let's move on, shall we? The last chamber was a mere taste of what I can do. And remember, it could be any of your little friends. Indeed. Exactly. She's like, okay, guys, good. I don't think I'm possessed anymore. Can you untie me? Oh, man, look at her face. She's like, she's breathing pretty deep, too. She's like, this isn't good. Look at Isis just staring at her like, I think Sarah's tied up to this column over here. She is. Alright, let's check it out. Firemaker's Guide, unknown. Ah, the old hashtag. With 2 dots. Sure. Okay, so it says, then came a day I'll never forget. It was only days ago, though it feels like years. The poison must be slowing me faster than I had anticipated. Zeros called me to him, his voice ringing around my head, booming yet soft. He was curious about the activity of the goddess Saren, hidden away in her crystalline city, and wished to send a party of his most trusted followers to scout the area, or so he claimed. When he told me something was wrong, Zeros was troubled. I could feel it. I was to lead the party, along with Zeros' trusted Majorat, Zamorak. I had worked with Zamorak before. He is one of the longest-standing generals and is greatly respected. When he spends time with Zeros, no one may intervene. In truth, I was jealous of him. However, I also regarded him with great suspicion. Not only is Zamorak a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield, he's very clever. He can twist words and bend almost anyone to his will. Rumors had been spreading about him, and he had been leaving the Empire, often for weeks on end. I could not ignore my feelings about him, but I had to trust my god Zeros. You know what's funny? Burn her indeed. I was wondering why we tied her on this side of the fire for the pillar. It should be closer to the flames. What's funny about the hashtag is, yeah, I see a sharp also, but for me, actually what I see is, I call it the pound sign, like on the telephone, like on a rotary telephone. Now, nobody, you used to call those systems and they'd say push pound, or whatever. So that's kind of what I call it. It's a game of tic-tac-toe for the lives of the Firemakers. Oh my god. Alright, so the dots are blue. That's fine. Oh, it's yellow. Octothorpe is the original name? I believe you. That's interesting. It's kind of like how, ahoy hoy was the proposed greeting on the telephone, and that didn't really catch on, as it were. I don't know why some of this is yellow and some of this is red. Okay, Fading, good night. What am I doing here? I'm gonna have to get to the bottom of this one. The color printing is so expensive. Oh god, I'm losing it because I'm taking too much time. You've shown you're not a fool. I don't need to tell you that this is just the beginning. That one was cheating. I think you know that that was not fair. Ooh, the font changed. So far, I feel like I've been doing all the work. Let's see. Oh wait, it disappeared. Okay. Oh, oil pools. Okay. Good. At last you have some skill. Or at least you have some skill. But how long can you last? You may want to... Oh, it's like a time dialogue. I'll start you off slowly, shall you? This one just wants to get close to you. What? That didn't work. Ow. Oh, they're on each side. Okay. Try this one. It's a little more explosive. Okay, I didn't mean for you to light it. Here, stand on this side of it. There you go. Okay. These two can be a pain. Watch out, they have minds of their own, alright? Alright, that one came through the fire, which I don't appreciate. Let's see how you fare all by yourself. I don't even really know what's going on in this one. I'm just lighting stuff and running. I turn the camera? No? No, stand on this side. No, no. Hey, Kiva, good evening. Good to see you. And then that one just started right on top of me. I don't consider that to be fair. Yeah, they can. Hey, Alvin, what's up, my friend? Thank you for subscribing. I can't surge in here. Man, I did not want you to walk onto the other side to light that. That's weird. I was on the other side of it. I thought I would light it on. Anyway, it's kind of hard to kind of aim. Look at that. Agility almost there. I'm on 3 out of 4, I believe, on the waves. Yeah, here, let me, Oh, I was trying to move the window by unlocking, but it did not work. No, I should not mess with it right now. I can't. Tried to get rid of it, but anyway. Oh, thank you. I think my clock is like... There we go. Got it. Yeah, I probably don't need the old Slayer counter up. It is getting darker. That's true. And even though I light stuff, it doesn't help. Okay, did I make it? Alright, we made it. Thank God. So... That could have been an interesting game, but as it was executed, that part of that puzzle was just beyond odd. It was too long. Too much downtime. Not really enough of much that you had to do. I don't know. Okay. Char had better show herself soon. We'll give her what she deserves. I don't think I'd like that. Wait a minute. Twig? Perhaps this is all a dream. I once had a dream that lasted weeks and weeks. At least I think it was a dream. Alright, let's check out the book. You collect the 4th journal. Such determination to live has to be admired. And you're being so helpful to me, semicolon, unlocking more and more of my power. It won't be long before I could start thinking about how I will take my revenge on Zamorak. What'd Zamorak do to you? Yes, I feel strong enough to relive this now. Zamorak had been working silently, semicolon, turning his ranks against Zeros, either through bribery or purely by his vicious lies. I was at his mercy from the very beginning of our mission, and he knew nothing could sway me from my god. I know. I think, actually, Hermie, we need the fang of a basilisk, and we need to drive it right through the book. We were on our own outward journey when we were ambushed by 11 elven outriders. Individually, they were no match for us, but we were heavily outnumbered. In the midst of the battle, I turned to see Zamorak. He was not fighting, but walking calmly toward me. I could not have expected it, semicolon. Not such betrayal in the middle of our enemies. He stabbed me with a poisoned dagger. That's low down. He did not mean to kill me. He knew the poison would slow me and stop me from ever reaching Zeros before it was too late. He wanted me to live with my pain. Boy, that's even worse. I tire of reliving this. Decide whose mind I have taken. The sooner this is over, the sooner I can be done. Why? You made this. Why are you doing all this? You don't have to do it. You don't have to possess anybody. Alright, let's talk. Why do you want to know Char's secrets? The fire, Dr. Incompetent. I must learn more. Learning to control the raging flames, the towering inferno, flaming creatures, blazing across the sky, burning. Yep, that's nice. Oh, he's on fire again. What was it you wanted? Who do you think's possessed? Every time. Why do you think it's me? I was just asking, why do you want to know Char's secrets? I'm not here for her secrets, really. The voice in my vision just told me to come, so here I am. So you follow voices in your head? Oh, of course not. If I did that, I'd have done all sorts of terrible things. Oh boy, don't listen to him then. Who do you think's possessed? This is terrible. I'm just not getting a feeling from anyone. These caves must be interfering with my auras. Okay. Alright, Flinty. Why do you want to know the secrets? Ah, Dr. Incompetent, my main reason is to get them to a museum, of course, so they can be properly preserved. This seems like Flint, but between you and me, I quite like the idea of having my name on the discovery. Gotta have something to show for myself, huh? Who do you think's possessed? There's something off about Twig, but I can't place what it is. Twig again, huh? Why do you want Char's secrets? I'm not so excited about the secrets, really. Who cares about some dusty old books? I just wanted to come on an exciting adventure, although it's turned out to be more of a nightmare. Okay, it's Lena. Is she? I mean, Lena's fine. That's what she likes. Who's possessed? I couldn't point the finger at anyone. Why do you want to know Char's secrets? I hope the secrets will give me the edge over Ignatius, so I can shut him up once and for all. I may share them with him, but only after he admits I'm the better Firemaker. Who do you think's possessed? Emmett's very twitchy, but I suppose he always is. Alright, yeah, he is always twitchy. Why do you want to know Char's secrets? After this, I'm not sure I do. But they could make you a great Firemaker. Maybe, but I doubt it. Born with a name like Twig, how good a Firemaker could I ever be? It's Twig. It's definitely Twig. Hey, Chloe, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. I actually haven't played I Am Future yet. I hear it's good, though. He was not born with a name like Twig. He gave himself the name Twig later. Who do you think's possessed? I think it's Emmett. He's acting so strangely. I gotta go. Okay. So, he's giving false information. Because he said before he picked the name Twig, like he gave himself a new name or whatever, and he picked the name Twig and it was not a good choice. So now he's like, I was born with the name Twig, which is not accurate. So this, I was going to say maybe no one, but it's feeling Twiggy. Yep, onto the pyre this time, buddy. Let's check out the next one. Oh. Okay. It's a shovel. The party for this mission was mostly made up of Zamorak's ranks, who all followed him devoutly. We were also accompanied by Perjor, Zaros' most valued scholar. Oh, we read about Perjor with the vampire quest. Eager to learn more about the Elven lands, his strength lay in knowledge, semicolon. I knew he would not stand up to Zamorak if threatened. I would be lying if I said I was not afraid. The worst happened sooner than I expected. I had thought Zamorak would at least wait until we'd completed the mission. We were on our way towards Prif when we were ambushed. There were Elven outriders, semicolon, no match for us individually, but we were heavily outnumbered. The battle was arduous, but it became clear that we were going to be victorious. I could not have expected it at that point. In the middle of our enemies, I turned to see Zamorak. He was not fighting, but walking serenely toward me with a twisted smile. There, amid the blood and struggle of the fight, he stabbed me. I had no time to react, it was so quick. As I fell to the ground, he signaled to his troops. The elves were finished off quickly. Zamorak did not join the remains of the fight. He crouched over me and whispered, explaining that he had poisoned the dagger that he had gouged me with. It was a special concoction of his. I was not to die, The poison would, in fact, extend my life. But I would be barely strong enough to move. Ooh, look at that sentence. 3 commas and a semicolon. Very nice. He commanded his troops to seal me in these caves. Only the scholar showed any sign of regret as they shut me in, to live out the centuries with the pain of knowing I could not stop Zamorak's plan. Oh, Perjor is also the dead one we found down in the next to the kiln. So that's where the scholar met their maker. Alright, no more to this. Okay. So, I will tie up Twig. It might be no one. It really might be this time, but I'm gonna do Twig just because. Are you sure it's me? Yep. An interesting choice. Correct every time. I must congratulate you on that, at least. Nonetheless, we must continue on. I'm feeling much better now, thanks to you. It won't be long until I can deal with you face to face. That's an interesting quest. If I nurse her back to health just to have to fight her, I mean, the irony. Alright. We gotta make a shovel. I'll take the powder. So let me look at the picture again. It's all the way connected, okay. You've seen my ability to create and control fire. What about annihilating it? You'll have to find some light that you could take with you if you want to survive this passage. Okay. Oh. Right. I see it. That's my fault. I see right click, take torch. Oh, you can hit the shadow with a torch. I didn't see that. It looked like I was able to swing my torch if I clicked on the shadow, but I could have been wrong about that. Maybe not. Maybe I just imagined it. It is emotional damage. It's like, okay, how many of these tests are there? We're all gonna die down here. Not necessarily, Emmett. We must continue on and not lose hope. Yes, semicolon. This cannot be in vain. We must get out. I suppose we better get this journal. Yeah, I agree, Nick, man. Then they only started showing up more visibly further on in. You collect the 5th journal. I wouldn't feel too proud of yourself for getting this far, you know. If I didn't want you to continue, I could stop you in a second. But you've been so helpful to me, semicolon, I'm nearly back to my full strength. Then I could start on the path to restoring my god to his glory. What are you gonna do? You think I would share such plans with you? You've been very useful, but you must understand that you are a mere pawn in this game. Now, I do hope you've been paying attention to your friends. Oh, I see, Mather. Hey, Lobo, good evening. Good to see you. Oh, there's no more. What a fool. I am quite proud to write that Zeros must have shared something with me that he did not share with Zamorak. I had always had a great interest in learning more than my fire skills, so Zeros agreed to teach me some of his ancient magic. Just days before the mission, ooh, it's ancient magic, Zeros showed me this. By reliving my story into these journals, enchanted by Zeros himself, I am able to store my power within them. It's not an easy task, semicolon. The poison is still seeping through my veins, stinging every inch of my body. I think this text will be enough. Soon I will sleep, until Zeros comes to awaken me. He will come. I know, Silo, exactly. Zeros came to watch me dance again. He's promoted me quickly in his ranks. He likes the fact that I enjoy building fires. Isis, what would you most like to do in your life? I'd like to go and meet the fairies. I think you're already with them. You do? Where are they? I can't see them. Never mind. Who do you think's possessed? I'm sorry, I was distracted. I completely forgot what we were doing. Okay. Lena, what would you like to most do in life? I want to be an adventurer like you, Dr. Incompetent. Who do you think's possessed? I don't want to choose anyone. What if I got it wrong? Yeah, I wonder. She never mentions Azzy, but I guess Zeros probably has lots of generals. That's right, Hermie. Now you got it. What would you like to most do in your life? I'm getting on. I've had a good life, really. I'd just like to see Lena get everything she wants in life. Who do you think's possessed? I don't want to make a false accusation, but Twig's been possessed more than once. Perhaps he's more susceptible to it. Okay. What would you like to most do in your life? Well, of course I'd like to finally beat Ignatius, but once I've accomplished that, I've always wanted to travel. This is really the furthest I've been from Ignatius in years. You live with Ignatius, Vulcan? Oh, yes, I thought you would have been told by now. Ignatius and I are partners. But you hate him. I never said that. We just have a fierce rivalry when it comes to fires. Who do you think's possessed? I really have no idea. Okay. Gotta go. What do you want to most do in your life? I'd like to live to see daylight again. I never thought I'd be so excited to go back to Lumbridge. Who do you think's possessed? I've been possessed twice. I should have a good sense of who it is, but it seems I'm useless at that too. Alright, buddy, I gotta go. That's true, Mather. What would you like to most do in your life? To perfect my fire-making skills, of course. To become a true master of the flames. Who's possessed? Could be anyone. Alright. I actually don't think it's anyone this time. I don't have any strong suspicion about any of these people here. This is going to be a bad choice, but I'm going to say I'm not choosing anyone. Are you sure? Yep. I don't know why I bothered giving you the choice. Oh god, somebody died. I got it wrong. Aw, man. Sorry, Twig. No, Twig. Such a waste. I'd obviously taken Emmett. It really wasn't that obvious. He said he wants to be Master of Flames. Like, that was his thing, that he wants to just burn everything. It wasn't enough of a deviation for me. Maybe if I would have looked, it was like he wasn't catching on fire. I must urge you forward, not far to go. I suggest you prepare yourselves. I guess you're right. It just was like, it wasn't... it just was more subtle. I should have looked. Maybe he didn't catch on fire. What have I done? It's not your fault. It's Char. She thinks we should be prepared. She's the one who should be scared. I'm sorry, Twig. Alright, here's the last book. Please look after us, Dr. Incompetent. Come on, you could take her down. Do it for the friends we've lost. I don't have very much food left. This is a bit spoilery, but do you guys think I should bounce out and get some more food? Is this a difficult fight? I don't mind. Like, I will probably start right here if I go leave. Yeah. All right. Dr. Incompetent, wait. From the looks of it, this is the last journal. We don't know what Char could be planning. Knowing her, it's probably fantastic, but deadly. Yeah. We need to be on our guard. I also like... I know it's getting me off the hook. But so many of the people were like, I refuse to help. Like, I have no suspicions. I don't want to point the fingers. They've traveled with these people there, like, for a long time. Much longer than me. They should notice any kind of oddities better than me. You should tie us all up. What? You've shown strength against Char's powers. You can defend us from her. He's right. We're not warriors. You must protect us from whatever she has planned. Okay, I'll do it. I'll tie you all up. And then leave this cave and never return. Finally, my true form. Oh. Okay. It is a little scarier than I was expecting. I thank you, adventurer. I know, Hermie. I didn't mean to help you. I want revenge. Revenge? You know nothing of revenge. Okay. And you do not stand a chance against me. Look at that. I just leveled up my agility, just talking to you. What do you mean I don't have a chance? Prove yourself worthy of my secrets, and I may allow you to escape. You must fight fire with fire, semicolon. Your weapons, armor, and magic will be of no use to you in this battle. Oh, okay. Well, I need that pitch can. Here, can I get the twig, or flint? I need the pitch. Here, let me get rid of something. I mean, I don't know if I actually need it, but... I've lost my can. Oh, that's true. 2100. Yeah, we're getting there, aren't we? Alright, so let's see. I guess I climb down. We've got this. Oh, she's big. Char, lives have been lost here by your hand. I'm going to honor them and make you pay. Is that so? Whoa, she's like Mortal Kombat. Okay, let us begin. She's got the extra arms there. That's not good. Okay. Fight fire with fire. Why don't you come here in the water? I don't really know what I'm doing. Or what would be useful. Fight fire with fire. You can't exit while in combat. Okay. She's throwing off sparks. Lure them into your fires. It'll give you more power. Do I have fires? Oh, I should make... Okay. I see what she means. Okay. Try to cool her off in the water, semicolon. Just don't let her hit you. Okay. Where's my pitch can? Oh my god. That hurt me badly. Okay, that hurt. I mean, she was in the water. Did that hurt her at all? Here, go this way. Oh, it just cools down her special, but doesn't actually do damage to her. Okay. Do you think I get bonus points if I make some of her own fire symbols against her? This music's pretty intense. Go, go, go. Oh. Uh-oh. This isn't good. I don't know what happened. Maybe what happened was there was some kind of interface issue there. I don't know. I can't log in to RuneScape at all. I'm pretty sure we can just assume that we defeated the quest. What's up, Zach? Oh god, no, not Iron Man. First time playing the game. Regular man. You know, it's actually nice. I haven't used this Eagle's Peak teleport for quite some time. I gotta get the pitch can, but I think I can't take it out. I keep having to get one from, what's his face? Flint. Yes, Hermie, it is Copperman. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's what Mather was saying. I do have it on my hotbar, but I couldn't use it before because you need to use the right-click action. But because that's no longer necessary, Flint's going to be upset. They're handcrafted. We are working on this quest right here, the Firemaker's Curse. Go, get away. Stop talking to me. No, stop running towards her, dork. What are you doing? I need to turn off auto-retaliate. Go. There we go. Stop running towards her. Is she doing that? Like, why is my character just running towards her? I don't get it. I'm not clicking. I turned off auto-retaliate. I never want that to happen. I always want my character to fight at range, not to just run toward her. Okay, so, I'll try it again. Oh, these don't count. I'm not really fighting her. Maybe she is pulling her toward me. I guess I need to pay attention to that. I'm just confused by it. I'm like, no, don't do that. Alright, we can do this. Okay. Stop talking. I know. No, not surging into the wall. Not exactly what I meant there. Okay. I'm gonna zoom out. Okay. No. Yeah, he just runs up and like hits him with her with the staff, and I just don't get that. There's no hole in this. Is it on the very end? Oh, so the fires are blocking my line of sight? Is that what it is? But she's so tall. How in God's name could I never see her? She's like 50 feet tall. Man, she punched me from a mile away. No, no, go back over there. There you go. Alright, let's get her. Okay, that's not good. That's true. She did disconnect me with her punch. Okay, no, get away from her. Get away from her. Okay. Run. Step forward 1. Okay, then run. Oh, we got her? That's right. The G key was critical. Enough! I will admit defeat. Ooh, that was rough. I have failed again. May Zeros have mercy on me when he returns. How's Zeros going to return? Zamorak did not anticipate that I would ever recover, and he certainly underestimated my lord. There are others loyal to Zeros, semicolon. I can sense them, and together we can find a way. I must train myself to be worthy again, and then will we strive to bring him back. How are you going to do that? You may have defeated me in battle, but you will not defeat my will. I cannot afford to share this knowledge with you. How do we get out? There is an exit at the back of this chamber. I must commend you, semicolon. All of you. Without Zeros' guidance, I have imposed my own rage on your innocent lives. You have all shown great strength. Wow, she's being very magnanimous at the end of this. You have received the Book of Char. Use it wisely. It will give you the power to burn any logs your feet touch for additional knowledge in the art of firemaking, but you must keep moving. Farewell, firemakers. If you choose to return here, I may be able to offer you knowledge to make up for my mistakes. Wow. I didn't expect her to be so gracious. Yeah, Zach, I think so. I am a member, my friend. That's a good point. Yeah, Zach, I did free to play for a few months, and it is real. She did. Well done. I always knew you could do it. I have to commend you, semicolon. The speed at which you moved, I was exhausted just watching you. What a fantastic show. Even so, we should never have had to lose anyone down here. It's true. Well done. I always knew you could do it. Alright. Why are you still doing here? Just leave me. Okay, we'll do that. You know, Kiva, isn't that the truth? At this point, we're all in glass houses here on Gillinor. Did you see that? All that fire? She was fantastic. No, Emmett. She was childish and vengeful. We have lost friends here. Yeah, Emmett. Thanks for all your help. We may not be in daylight again if it weren't for you. You should keep Char's secrets, full colon. You have earned them. What will you do now? To the circus. What? I'm going to convince Baltazar to give me another chance. We will be joining Emmett, semicolon. He will need serious backing to persuade the ringmaster. You should join us at the Big Top Bonanza to sample some of our fire-making wonders. See you there. We did it. Boom. 2 quest points. That's a bunch of fire-making experience. It's pretty nice. The Book of Char. Able to unlock Char's training camp with a choice of a fiery pet. We just have to get to 91 firemaking. I'll take it. Look at that. 82. We're getting so strong. I have even more hit points than before. Look at that constitution. Now that'll get you going. Yeah, I mean, I could tell that before Char's betrayal, she was definitely doing good things and only helping out the god of harmony, Saren. Well, we completed the quest in one session, which is pretty impressive. I guess we've been doing a lot of long ones before, but I'll take it. Everyone, I want to say thank you so much for coming out to the stream tonight and taking care of the Firemaker's Curse. That quest went all over the place, didn't it? A little bit of everything. I hope you all have an excellent evening or day, and tomorrow we're going to be playing what looks to be Starbound, but there's still time if the poll sways violently for another game to be chosen, so vote in the community post on YouTube if you haven't already for what game we play tomorrow. Kiva, Zach, Hermie, Sir Theodore, Alex, Heathrun, Nickman, Sydney, Mather, Siloom, Alvin, Crispy Bacon, what's next, Sir Theodore? Let me look. So, Firemaker's Curse is done. We can do Crocodile Tears next, but I don't have enough for our Man in the North rep-wise or Fight Club. But we could start Crocodile Tears. And then that would be everything that's not a saga or a mini-quest in Legendary that we can do. Then we've got Nomad's Requiem, but that looks like some kind of... I don't know, is that a Necromancer? No, it's 2010, so interesting. Oh, that's true, Mather, yeah. Sagas are useful to do? Okay, sure, we can knock these out. We can go talk to Doric and Boric as well. That's easy enough, right? Okay, let's do it then. Thok your block off. I do need 71 Dungeoneering, though, so that's a slight issue. But I could go back and do Thok it to him. Nadir Saga. Cool. Well, we've got a bunch to do. I like how this Nadir Saga, which is mythic, requires 35 Dungeoneering. And then Thok your block off, which is legendary, requires 71 Dungeoneering. That's a good point, Mather. That's a good point, right? Well, we'll see what we can do. Everybody, have a great one. Take care. See you, Crab. You too, Zach. Mina, fading. Take care, everybody.